This is me, Yusuf, and I want to reconcile two videos I did, and I was meaning to do this, but this is specifically sending this to Mr. Richard Winkle, Julio, River Pit, and Bigger, and they're all correct. Now, as you know, I talked about the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque, Masjid. Now, here it is, and this is still a place that I love. I look at and I love, and I want to go to. And these, you can see these arches, these little arches. That's where we're told in Islam that the balances, the scales of your good and bad are going to be weighed. And those are left over from Christianity. They say they've always been there. So from their perspective, they have, right? Now, in one video, my latest video, I talk about this, which that's at Baalbek, but it was also erected over the Temple Mount, right? And I say that's a pagan temple to Jupiter, and I made a video about that, and that's true, right? Now hold on, I'll explain. I did make another video, which is more popular actually, about St. Peter's house, and its octagonal shape, and how that's how they made shrines of holy places like St. Peter's house or the Temple Mount. These places are very important to the Christians, and that's true too. So how the hell am I just, crazy or something? How can I hold these two things in tandem? Well, it has to do with timeline. Now, unlike some Muslims, I never denied that the temple existed. Now, Solomon's temple is different from Herod's temple, but they were at the same place, and this is a reconstruction of Herod's temple. Now, in AD 70, this thing gets destroyed. I mean, they don't leave one stone on top of another, hence what's said in the Gospels. And they actually, this is in Rome, they carry away the lampstand to what's called the Temple of Peace. Well, they destroyed the temple, and they kicked the Jews kind of out of Jerusalem. They said you couldn't go up in the temple, but they weren't out of Judea yet. And so in 135 AD, or 133, Bar Kokhba rebels, caused a 3-year rebellion. So in 135, they say that's it. They even renamed the land Palestine after the Philistines, the ancient enemy of the Israelis. It was Israelites. So they put this up. They build two different temples, and they're both temples to Jupiter. One is at Baalbek, the other's on top of the Temple Mount. Now, these are the same lengths. I mean, from that octagonal structure to the square structure, is these measurements are the same at the Temple Mount as they are in Baalbek. Now, this gets obviously messed up at some point, and Rome 200 years later becomes Christianized, and they Christianize the thing. They Christianize that pagan temple, and they say, hey, rip all that other crap down, and we'll build our building here. But the foundations were definitely there, right? So they were using the foundational structure. Maybe it didn't have all the pillars and crap, and and maybe it was even destroyed in when the Christians, after it became Christianized, went up there and said, pagan temple on Temple Mount, hell no, right? So there was something similar to this. I don't doubt that the Muslims had added certain things, maybe the tiling, maybe they put a different dome on top of it or something, or maybe they coat it in gold and put some stones on there. But the foundations were from the structure. The foundations were on top of the Temple Mount, and then on top of that was the pagan layout. So they built around the layout, and they built up. It was a Christian structure. Case in point, the Umayyad Mosque. Now, this was a pagan Roman temple turned Christian, one of the most important Christian churches in Damascus. And what the Umayyads did, they turned it in their mosque, and now it's called the Umayyad Mosque, a Masjid. So I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. I'll make a better video, but that reconciles it. Tell me what you think. Peace to you. May God save Serbia and Syria and Ireland. This has been Yusuf on my channel.